Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Barak Dash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my heavenly big brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called black Latinos, the Spanish, Native Americans, the Menominans, and you speckled birds. And was a speckled bird that be a Hebrew Israelite that looked like some of the heathen nations, like for example a Hebrew Israelite that looked like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some video lined up about America's financial woes, bad news in America, Babylon the Great, and it's about money, finances, and looking shitty. And you can look at the expression this guy face. He look fucking through. Anyway, I'm gonna play these videos. I'm gonna the title says I'm done. But anyway, I'm gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture my best ability, say whatever God say through spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Krahak Padash, Lord willing. It be on me. Let's get it.
I feel like I've hit the end of the rope and I'm completely done. I am so hitting burnout, it's incredible. And before I start the video and explain why I'm saying this and doing a video like this, because a lot of people that I know are in the same position, I think maybe you may be too, the comments have been turned off because I am finding more and more, like 99% of the comments below are people trying to steal from you, or they're trying to get you to buy some crypto, trying to get you to believe that I even talked about the crypto. This platform is so broken, it's incredible. And I guess I'm going to tell you about me sort of breaking down last night on a coaching call. Before the coaching call started, I had this overwhelming feeling like I should do it differently this time and find out what everyone in the coaching call's biggest pain point was, or where they were mentally. And I started the real estate coaching call, and a young man, I feel so bad, and it's embarrassing for me, but I don't care about what people really think about me. I try not to, let's put it that way. It's hard not to truly care what people around you think. That's a heck of a skill. This young man comes on, and he has just won this entire last year and a half or 2 years being on these coaching calls. He wanted to buy a house, get married, start a family, do everything that is right in America. He owns a company, business, successful. He's just a good young man, entrepreneur, Christian. And I started the coaching call by saying, hey, I just want to hear where you guys are at. And try not to break down now. Man, I hate this about me. But he said he's just tired. It feels like, yeah, I'm paraphrasing right now. He's been running so hard and he's won so much in the last couple of years. He's been saving, building up his credit. He bought a house and he got the house that he wanted by being patient and taking the coaching calls. He saved like $250,000 and got these insane incentives to get the loan through the company. He just won, right? By being patient and not believing all the hype about the housing market. But he said he feels like he just needs to take a break, that he's tired, mentally tired. And I just lost it, to be honest with you, because that's how I've been feeling. As much as I try lately, the attacks just keep coming left and right, and I'm finding myself in a place of the Lord where I keep every single day, I'm going, God, everything is shifting right now. The economy is shifting. My businesses are shifting. I'm happy. I'm happy to being forced to just take a break. And I feel like I need to take more of a break, right? And more, I was talking with people in the coaching calls and they were saying the same thing. What's happening is us as humans want to keep evolving. We want to keep growing. We want to keep striving. But the problem is there's sometimes where it's out of your power. The economy is fundamentally changing fast. The high fuel prices.
Yeah, it's definitely out of people's power. It's in the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. It's in the hands of Yahweh Bashim Shah. No man has control on what's going on with this financial system or anything else. Shit. And it's the will, like I say, it's the will of the Lord. That's why you need to seek Yahweh Bashim Shah.
And I've said this before so many times over the last 4 or 5 years I've been on YouTube, that high gas prices are the final stake in the economy as it starts to tank and move into a recession. Because that's the one thing that everybody needs and they feel. I used to talk about it years ago where people won't consider how much they're spending on interest on their credit card when they buy something they can't afford and the balance rolls over to the next month. But those same people will drive across town, not even considering how much fuel it's taking, to get gas cheaper at the pump. There's something about fuel prices that just destroys an economy if fuel prices go high and stay high for an elevated period of time.
Alright, well anyway, I ain't gonna play all this shit. This nigga like he about to cry. But oh well, yeah. Speaking about gas price, what is about? Oh yeah, gas price. Who said people will freak out when gas prices double or triple in the coming months ahead? Yeah. Let's get it.
Playing on iPhone?
And I mean, I run a business where I need gas and diesel, or diesel to get to the location or destination, and gas to use to cut, run mowers and equipment. But when you know this has got to go down, what the fuck I'm worried about? I mean, it's gonna get rough. You just gotta be prayed over Yahweh Shema Shah and not give a shit about this junk. I really don't give a shit about it. I really don't. It'll get to you, but then you be like, man, don't you do it. Don't you even think about caring about, oh man, gas prices up high. That's gonna hurt me. Man, fuck that shit.
Freaking finished filling up my tank. $175? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Go sell the car.
$40.60 for a fruit tray. Yeah, that's staying on the shelf.
I know they lying. 13.
Yo, this ain't got nothing to do with gas prices being double.
$99 for a goddamn watermelon.
Watermelon at $14. A tank that costs more than a shift pays. Somewhere between the pump and the checkout, the math of a normal life stopped working. Let's start where it hits first, the fuel line.
It's like gotta be a joke, right?
For this piece of wood, it's $24. God forbid you build a house. They trying to make sure you don't build one.
All right, about to drop the soil. That's it.
What the fuck? Hey! Bro, what the hell?
This is a massive bag of what is supposed to be luxurious orange chicken. They gave me a fucking...
Who the hell films themselves at Popeyes opening up a pack of, I guess, berry condiments and put it on a biscuit? And the bitch is open.
This is a...
They was expecting this shit to come out with some berry sauce or something.
What the fuck? Hey!
So, I mean, why are you... I don't know why they filming it. Anyway.
Bro, what the hell?
This is a...
That's why I guess this shit is fake as hell. I don't know.
Massive bag of what is supposed to be luxurious orange chicken. They gave me a fucking bag of fetuses.
This economy is so bad. $33 for toilet paper? We can't even afford to shit.
The guy here told me I gave him a bag of fees, and I bet that nigga gonna eat that shit.
Found it. It's $21.99 for one expo marker.
Let me go sell the car.
$40.60 for a fruit tray. Yeah, that's staying on the shelf.
I know they lying.
And they filming this shit. I was gonna say, this shit is so phony, man. But this shit is expensive as hell. I can't stand these people that doing this YouTube shit. Or social media shit, and they filming this stuff. Man, come on, bro.
$13.99 for a goddamn watermelon. How the fuck does it take fucking 3 weeks for the gas to drop under $3, and then it spends 1 day under $3, and everybody here in the valley's like,
yeah, that price don't exist anymore. Again, what is this at? Florida? They got palm trees?
hell yeah, we're finally seeing gas under $3 again, and then un pinche dia, fuck it, raise it 50 cents. This is some bullshit, man. And am I still gonna fucking put gas after crying about it? Yeah, I probably am. So, well, here we go. Let's see how much it's gonna be now that it's freaking $3.50 a gallon. And I just freaking finished filling up my tank. $175? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Boys just called me and tell me why. I thought I was only gonna...
Oh my goodness, that is the worst I've ever seen. Goddamn British cigarette. A Spanish British cigarette. The British cigarette Latino edition. And his fingernails are painted black. If you had caught that, I caught that.
$400 for me to just fix my tires? No, I knew that I had some type of brake problem, but I didn't think I had that bad.
Nigga, you got a fucking sugar in the tank problem.
I have a brake problem because my car was still working. It was just squeaking a little bit. It wasn't like crazy. But tell me why. I get off the phone from Pep Boys and they tell me that I need to fix one of the brake pads and I guess some type of like, I don't know, brake ignition or something like that. I don't know what the fuck that is, like a brake transmission. Let me ask Irma what the fuck it's called. Irma, what was the thing that I told you called? calibers, no? So tell me why they told me that 2 of my calibers are like fucked up and that needs to be replaced as well. And I was like, what's a motherfucking caliber? You know what I mean? And I was like, girl, how did my price went up from $400 to fixing my car tires to going up to $1,600 just to fix one of my brakes and 2 of my calibers? I don't even know what the fuck a caliber is. It's so motherfucking expensive to fix.
Man, you are so motherfucking gay. Man, get your fucking ass on, nigga.
Lung cancer just to go to the grocery store because there's all this smoke in the air. But I just left out the grocery store with 1 bag of groceries and it cost me $100, $91. I ain't even buy nothing serious. Look at this. There's my 1 bag of groceries, right? And look at this bill. Look at this bill. Look at that. Look at that. $91. Here's a list of things. It ain't even that serious. I got tuna fish. I got mayo. I got some burger
Where everything at?
buns. Why is this $91? And I think what's so frustrating is that the politicians keep...
Wait a minute. Man, he bought all that, but where is this in that bag? I don't know. Some of these motherfuckers, I don't know. But I know his shit is expensive. But I know damn well all that shit but I don't know. Anyway.
hooting, hollering, and screaming.
And he got it in the bag, but he's got the bag in a buggy. Nigga, just walk that motherfucker with the damn bag.
That capitalism somehow is a great thing. Capitalism.
Why you got 1 bag of groceries in a buggy?
They need to put regulations on these companies.
Oh man, nigga, whatever, nigga. Shut the fuck up. All this shit is leading to that chip implant. Simple as these niggas are simple as hell. Come on, controlling. Nigga, all these corporations are under what they said. The government need to do something about these corporate nigga. They all under the same fucking umbrella. And they all planning on leading you niggas to them damn chipping stations, get them microchip implants, cause that's what it's all leading down to. I don't like this video. This shit was stupid. They playing all these old ass videos. I thought they were like current, but still, I mean, you get the point. I mean, shit is expensive though. But it's kind of corny how I get tired of seeing these people recording themselves complaining about the price of this and the price of that, but you gonna still fucking buy it, nigga, and you gonna eat the shit too. Looking like frozen fetus chicken. I don't know. Anyway, next video.
If I were him, I'd bundle.
I can't wait for all this social media shit to come to an end. I mean, they including this. Hey, man, that's gonna be famine of the word. But I don't like all this retarded ass shit with people complaining and bitching about something they just bought. Like, oh my goodness, this shit cost $15, and you still fucking bought it. Shut the fuck up and eat the motherfucker. Stupid asses.
My home and auto and pick up the real victory savings.
Oil just crossed $100.
Oh my goodness, this cost $30. Last year was $15. Now it's double the price, and I still bought it, and I'm eating it right now. I'm gonna eat some of it, and I'm gonna take it back and say, hey man, this shit got me sick, gave me the bubble guts. I want my money back. And they gonna say, fuck you. Shit.
Barrel, and the first place that you're gonna feel it is not the gas pump, it's your grocery cart. By the end of this video, you'll know why diesel, not gasoline, is the real freight tax on everything that you bought. Why today's grocery receipt does not yet reflect what's already happening behind the scenes, and roughly what this actually shows up at the register. So pay close attention. This week, Brent crude crossed $100 a barrel for the first time since May, after Houthi forces attacked Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea. U.S. forces have now struck Iranian military targets for 11 plus straight nights. Tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz is dropping. In fact, it was 0 last time I checked, and a separate strike just hit a pipeline terminal handling Kazakh crude. This is not one isolated headline. It's 3 separate shocks hitting the global oil supply literally at the same time. Every nightly news broadcast you're going to watch this weekend is going to show you the same graphic, a gas station price sign, because that is the number everyone can see with their own eyes on the drive home. And yes, gasoline is climbing too, but gasoline is not the real story here. Gasoline is actually the distraction. So here's the part that the nightly news is not going to get.
So what, the diesel is what's really, diesel is the most important fuel that's needed for everything. I mean, diesel is everything.
You're going to miss it entirely. The national average price of on-highway diesel fuel hit $5.13 a gallon for the week ending July 20th, up 34 cents in a single week, according to the U.S.
Here, and what are the gas stations I go to? Murphy USA, or either, what's the one called? Circle K near my house. They like, shit, $5.30. There's other gas stations closer, but them suckers, I think they like $5.50. Yeah.
Energy Department's own weekly survey. Your car probably
they probably like $5.30, maybe $5.40.
Does not run on diesel, but nearly everything in your refrigerator rode in on something that actually does. And
the refrigerator is being powered by diesel, or maybe natural gas, but most likely diesel from the electric power plants, from Georgia Power snapping shows, or whatever your electric power provider is, service provider is, hey, they running off of diesel or either natural gas. And even natural gas is expensive as fuck too.
Here's why that matters so much. 72% of all domestic freight tonnage is in this country.
But most likely, I believe they'll be on diesel, because I guess diesel runs a little cooler.
Moves by truck. That's the American Trucking Association's own figure. I didn't make that up. And the big rigs doing that hauling, the Class 8 trucks that carry full pallets across state lines, are 97% diesel powered. Okay? So when diesel spikes, it's not some narrow slice of the economy that feels it. It's nearly every physical product that touches a truck before it reaches you and me. Before I get deeper in this, if you like this type of content, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe. It's important for you to know. This is how you do it. Okay, let's go behind the pump price, because the real mechanism running here is a contract clause most shoppers have never, ever heard of. Most trucking contracts are not priced at one flat rate. They carry something called a fuel surcharge, a separate line item tied directly to the Department of Energy's weekly diesel price index. When that index climbs, the surcharge climbs with it automatically. No negotiation even required. It's built into the contract like a thermostat. And right now, that surcharge, it's running hotter than most people assume. Trade press covering the freight industry in mid-July reported that less than truckload fuel surcharges sitting more than 60% above where they were in June of last year. 60%. Diesel prices themselves are up roughly 51% compared to January and February of this year. And under the newest carrier surcharge structures, even if diesel fell all the way back to $4 a gallon, shippers would still be stuck paying a surcharge floor of 24% to 24.5%. The floor itself has ratcheted higher. This is not a temporary spike that quietly unwinds on its own. Truckload shipping rates are now sitting at 4-year highs, roughly 11% above where they were a year ago. That's not a forecast. That is what shippers are actually paying right now to move one trailer from point A to point B. If that trailer is carrying anything perishable, meat, produce, dairy, it costs even more than that. Refrigerated trucks, called reefers in the industry, run a separate diesel-powered cooling unit on top of the engine that moves the truck itself. You've probably seen those things on the tops of trucks. That cooling unit burns an additional 0.4 to 1.1 gallons of diesel every...
I didn't know that. They have their own fuel system. Yeah, because they ain't gonna run off the no. Anyway,
single hour just to keep the product cold. Refrigerated load is effectively paying two separate diesel bills at once, one to move the truck, one to chill what's inside of it.
I mean, yeah, them things are big as hell. Yeah, they got to have like a own fuel system. Yeah, that's them things that's off the, what are they, on the very front end of the trailer? Yeah, they're on the very front end of the trailer that's facing the back end of the semi truck. It's that big old whatever shape, long, whatever that thing is. It's a freezer.
That is why the meat counter and the produce aisle tend to move faster than the canned goods aisle whenever diesel spikes hit. Okay, and the freight invoice is only one stop on a much, much longer train now, my friends. Diesel also runs the tractors and the combines during harvest. High crude prices push up the cost of nitrogen-based fertilizer that farmers depend on. I talk about this all the time. And then the finished product still has to ride a diesel truck from the processor to a distribution center, from that distribution center to your local store. And this is simplifying it overly. 4 separate diesel touch points before a single item ever reaches the shelf. Now, here's the shadow data, you know, that I love, that proves this is already moving through the pipeline right now. You know, I call it a conveyor belt. The government's own producer price index, which tracks what businesses pay before a product ever reaches a consumer, showed diesel fuel prices jumping 15.7% in May alone. Obviously, that came down in June, but that was because there was a ceasefire on. The broader energy component of that same index was up 36.6% over the prior year, and truck transportation costs specifically were up 16% year over year as of June. That's all cost that has already been locked into the upstream. None of it has actually reached your receipt yet. And here's the part that most coverage gets completely wrong. People assume producer costs show up at the register within a month or two. Researchers who track this pipeline for a living put the actual transmission lag closer to 3 to 6 months.
All right, I'm going to stop right there. If you want to watch the rest of the video, be my guest. They go to title, they go to channel, and move on to the next one.
It's been amazing to see our customers come together and really show us that they care about the environment.
The cost of living crisis here in the United States is so bad that Americans are actually fleeing to other countries. They are going to places like Thailand and Portugal, even people going to Mexico and to South America because they say it's safer, it's more affordable.
Hey, those small head people, they doing the same thing too. And they ain't leaving. Now, they ain't going to these other countries because it's more affordable. They going to the countries to flee away because it's dangerous over there in the Holy Land. So they scurrying their rat nest and heading over somewhere where people don't want their asses to be at. But anyway.
Oh, and they can actually live a good life.
I don't know why I brought that up. I just felt like it.
I'm going to show you something.
Hey there, friends. My name is Naomi. I'm 48. I'm a registered nurse. I live in St. Pete, Florida, and I am leaving the United States to move to Thailand this September.
You know what's crazy? Is that more and more people are coming out and saying that they're moving. They are not living in the United States anymore, and there's a few reasons why. Number one, they don't feel safe. Number two, they don't like our leadership. But again, this isn't about politics here. And the third reason why is because now they have a job, an income that they can actually work remotely. They can work in another country or even another state if they want to. And it's incredible. But here's the real reason. More and more people are leaving the United States because we have a cost of living crisis here in the US. The cost of housing is outrageous. Healthcare is insane. Food costs keep going up. Gas prices go up and down. And if we want to do anything with our life, if we want to eventually retire, we have to save. Problem is, we got nothing to save.
Yeah, I was like, you got to save. Nigga, please, there ain't nothing to save. And he said it. I was thinking about saving. What to save? And this goes back to Hagar. Let's get it. That's right, because I'm like, what's to save? The more you think you saving your money, no, you're just getting ready for the next bill. The money you think you about to save is just for the next bill. Yep, and the next bill after that. Hagar chapter 1 verse 6, ye have so much and bring in little, pretty much you work so much and earn very little money. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages, listen again, let's read it again. He that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. So all the money you earn gets poured out of that bag. It's like, you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, all that money you earn, you put it in a bag, but it just all spill out because it's pretty much going to shit. Yeah.
At the end of the day, many people are living paycheck to paycheck as we speak. But I want to go over some of these things, and I want to explain why people are leaving and touch on that, because this is the bigger picture. That we have a cost of living crisis here in the U.S., but it shouldn't be so bad that people are leaving the country. But in this case, they actually are. Watch this.
My husband and I finally made the difficult decision to leave the United States. It was not an easy decision, and it came from a lot of conversations, but we finally realized...
Man, what the hell? This is the land of the free, the home of the brave, the greatest nation in the world. The fuck is wrong with these people? Why are they leaving? Why are they leaving? I know why. Shit, I'm just playing dumb. I'm just playing dumb. I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. Just chill out, man. Because some people be thinking, what's hell wrong with him? But nigga, I'm just joking and shit. But man, I love it though. I fucking love it. These proud ass fucking Americans are leaving. They were all proud as fuck before, and now they're leaving the great so-called greatest country in the world. I can't wait for worse shit to happen, bro. I can't give a fuck about this place, bro. Shit. And hell, people that are leaving out of the country, hey, judgment's still gonna be knocking at your door, knocking upside your damn head. Shit, because people gonna be like, hey, you're American, kill that motherfucker. Let's get that motherfucker. Yeah, you got people in the mother country be like, hey, you American. We gonna get you. Yeah, we gonna get you.
Fighting to stay somewhere that not only is here.
Yeah, they're gonna be wild, bruh. And then plus you leaving America, that don't mean you escaping from the chip implant. Yeah, the chip implant monster coming to get you. Heck yeah, the microchip monster gonna get you.
Unwanted, but we're fighting to stay at a place that's just falling apart more and more each day and becoming...
The microchip monster gonna be roaming worldwide. He gonna get you.
An unrecognizable place.
You know what's interesting about what she just said? And this, we're finding this more and more, where...
Unrecognizable. I always recognize this place as hell. Shit. And that's all it's always been since I came out my mama's womb. Shit. I recognize this bitch as hell. And if I didn't really recognize it, now I officially say it is hell. This is hell. Shit.
The United States, or certain parts of the United States, are becoming very difficult to live in.
Shit, we say all parts of the United States.
If you are from another country, if you are from China, if you're from the Middle East, you're from Mexico, somewhere in South America, it's becoming a little more difficult because now you got to worry about certain agents going after you and after your family, harassing you in some cases. But
ICE agents.
then people are now asking the question, why am I fighting to stay here in the United States when I'm not wanted?
You can just always go back.
By many people. Why am I fighting to stay in the United States when it's cheaper to live in Mexico or Panama or even Brazil?
Hey, but that go back to where that at? Jeremiah chapter 51, verse I'm gonna get to. I'll just start at 9. We would have healed Babylon. This is like when they talk about the Lord talking about some flee out of Babylon, America. You know, because this place is garbage. The Lord's about to destroy this place. But we would have healed Babylon. We would have healed. Yeah, I was saying it right the first time. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, forsake her. The Lord is not about to heal Babylon and help Babylon get back on his feet. It ain't gonna put no band-aid, ain't gonna put no wrapping and no honey on the wound. None of that shit. Hell no. This bitch is bleeding out. It's a gusher. Nothing but blood and goddamn blood coming out. Anyway, and the Lord ain't gonna fix it. Forsake her, let her be, let her die. Let us go, everyone to his own country. That's talking about them people that came from other countries to make money here in America. And now they say shit. Ain't no money to be made. Let's get the hell on. Pack your bags and go. And the born and raised Americans like, can I come with you? I heard it's cheaper over there where you're at. And them motherfuckers be like, nah, you stay your ass in America, you damn Babylonian. For her judgment reaches on to heaven and is lifted up even to the sky, so America gonna be destroyed.
Why am I fighting to stay here in the United States when I could get better health care somewhere else?
Why you over here? Shit. This place is nothing but a scam. It's a bullshit scam. And it's a prison. Shit.
Why am I fighting to stay?
It's not really a prison, but it's a prison. There's levels of being in prisons. But the last prison to be locked up in is in an actual prison. You can roam around this country, but for right now, that shit coming to an end. That roaming around America is coming to an end. When I don't know when the martial law breaks out, and shit, men shall desire to go into a city shall not be able to. You can call that that roaming around America shit, touring around America, road trips around America, coming to a fucking end. But anyway.
In the United States, when I'm doing this because I want to make sure my kids have the best education possible. The United States is far from number one when it comes to education. Why are we fighting for all this? That's the big question. I want to keep playing this.
I get people fighting over because they want their liberty. The liberty for a man to put his dingling in another man's booty hole, and a woman to rub coochie with another woman. That's what people fighting for. They fighting for that freedom. It's more than all that faggoty gay shit. They fighting for like a woman to be, I am a woman, I can do anything. I can freak off with all kind of men and women and get pregnant, abort babies, and I don't know what else. Shit. Goddamn, that's America. And then you got Esau, he loves to be an American, so he can like legally kill a motherfucker and get away with it. Kill his own daughter and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? If you talking about Donald Trump, I'm gonna kill your ass, bitch. That's what that motherfucker did. He killed his daughter, and that nigga got away with murdering his own daughter. Or either what about killing you Jakes? Yeah, Esau love to kill you Jakes and get off him with that shit. Say, I was trying to defend myself. This is great. America. Yeah. Yeah, that's why a lot of people want, but it's not like that anymore. And reason why a lot of people leaving America most is to be Edomites because they don't feel, they don't feel loved. They don't feel wanted in America anymore. Especially the low-level Edomites. They like, where's the love at? I used to be great just getting my way being a white man or woman. Yeah, accusing people of raping. And I get off from that shit. Yeah, to get away from it. Get off from it, get away. All kind of shit. But now it's not working anymore. And it feels like the walls and the doors are closing in on these niggas. And they feel like we got to go somewhere where, and it feel like another thing too. The Jake, you so-called Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Indians seem like y'all. I don't know. I want to see y'all fucking winning, cause fuck no, y'all making some money. And then Esau poor as fuck, and he like what? Let me let this video play. I'm talking too much.
My husband came here to study English, and
really, we all fucking struggling.
be part of, everything the United States had to offer, which was a better life. The irony. Let me tell you a few things that I'm also forfeiting as.
Her husband came to speak English? Hold on. What?
I want to keep playing this.
My husband came here to study English and to be
study English. I don't know where he from.
Part of,
She probably married to a Jake.
Everything the United States had to offer, which was a better life. The irony. Let me tell you a few things that I'm also forfeiting as a U.S. citizen that our country fights so hard to protect their interest. I am now forced to go live in another country just to preserve my marriage. This comes with leaving my family behind, leaving my law license behind that took me years and years to get. I'm not licensed, obviously, in another country, so I have to find an entirely new profession and start over entirely. Being a disabled veteran, someone who broke their back and both of their hips in the military, I am now forced to forfeit my personalized care plan that I have worked the last decade to develop.
Damn, you giving up everything. This like I always say disowning yourself, or not disowning. You pretty much separating yourself from being an American.
With my physicians.
So somebody that
anyway, I ain't playing no more of this. If you want to watch the rest of the video, be my guest. They go to the title of the video, they go to this channel. Then move on to the next one.
Hey, Georgia, living spaces.
My name is Garland Nixon, and I'm standing in for the great Jimmy Dore, who is on vacation, and we're here with Larry Johnson. And I think what we'll see once our economy is in the trash, and people are saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't afford lettuce," even though it may give me explosive diarrhea. I'd like at least the option of eating a little bit of lettuce on my sandwich, but I can't afford a sandwich or lettuce to put on it. When we get to that point, I think we're going to see, the weeping and gnashing of teeth and consternation. People saying,
"Hey, what did he say? Weeping and gnashing of teeth." He must been, I don't know, he must be reading or he listened to some prophets of Yahweh. I don't know, it was a Hebrew Israelite, I should say that. Because not all prophets not all Hebrew Israelites are prophets of Yahweh Shema Bashar. But he might have been listening to somebody.
to put on it. When we get to that point, I think we're going to see, the weeping and gnashing of teeth and consternation. People saying, perhaps I should have done something different, including the media. Your thoughts?
Well, I had a note yesterday from one of my readers. He was buying. He's got a friend who's a shrimp farmer, shrimper like Forrest Gump, and he paid last week $4.25 a pound for the shrimp. Yesterday, his buddy came back and said, "Sorry, man," and this is on the Friends and Family program. He said, "I got to charge you $6.25 because the price of diesel has gone up." So right there on something as simple as the price of shrimp, prices are going up, and these. So this is now where the consequences of these decisions, that starting a war with Iran, shutting down the Strait of Hormuz, is now starting to be translated in something as simple as raising the price of shrimp $2 a pound.
Wow. Let me ask you this, because you have been following this kind of this situation with oil, and where do you think we are right now, and how far out do you think we'll be before we start seeing a really bad situation regarding, particularly, as we said, diesel fuel, which is what makes this entire economy run, everything from catching the shrimp to distributing the shrimp and running the tractors that garden, etc.
Yeah. So even though they're saying that the price of a barrel of oil. Now, yesterday, the sweet oil got up to like $101 a barrel. But if you're going to buy a barrel of kerosene, and this was reported, I forget who was giving. I think it was Chris Martenson. That price of kerosene in the Netherlands was $148 a barrel. So what we're seeing already is the shortage of aviation fuel, the shortage of diesel, and as a result, as people are competing for those limited supplies, the price of it's going up. There was a whole supply of diesel that was headed 2 days ago for Europe, and the ship owner got an offer from Asia that exceeded what the Europeans were willing to pay, and man, they turned that ship right around and headed to Asia. So now the Europeans are going to be without that diesel fuel that they thought they were going to get. Nope, going to Asia. So it's already started. We have a global shortage of diesel and aviation fuel, and the competition for it means the prices of those fuels are going to go up, which means cost of airline tickets up, cost of food at grocery stores been hauled by diesel trucks, that's going to go up.
Wow. Yeah. And the what's happening with the attacks on the Russians are now saying that they're not going to be exporting any fuel. They're not going to be exporting diesel fuel. And most Americans don't know this. During the Biden administration, for all of their
Larry Johnson, grandmama, what that grandmama? That nigga wearing that big old basketball playing nigga wearing goddamn wig and looking like a grandmama. Fuck that mother. That fucking shit. Yeah, there you go. I was like, that familiar. This bullshit. Yep, they gotta put Jake in a dress, looking like grandmama. The fuck out of here.
Anti-Russian rhetoric. They were buying a lot of diesel fuel from Russia, and now that's going to come to a screeching halt. It looks like we're heading for a very bad time, Larry.
Yes, sir.
Larry Johnson is a former CIA analyst and a great friend of the show, and he's certainly a brilliant man. And he has a very interesting website. It's open.
Alright, anyway, when y'all Americans going through some hard shit, it's gonna get harder. And it's gonna be worldwide. And now what's going on? Since things are not being affordable, people going for that five finger discount shit. Yeah. And a lot of these people making hundreds of grand, like $100,000, $200,000, and they resulting to stealing shit. I remember one brother did a video about this, and he was talking about most of the people that were stealing were Edomites, and they got good paying jobs. Supposedly good paying jobs, but they out there stealing shit. But they always been stealing shit. I mean, I ain't gonna say Jake don't be stealing shit. Yeah, Jake be stealing shit, but damn, Esau making $100,000 to $200,000 a year, and you stealing, nigga? Huh? Anyway, I guess they can't help it.
With inflation up, many Americans are feeling serious financial stress, even those making six figures. Because of that.
6 figures. They stealing.
More people say they're turning to shoplifting. New research from financial site LendingTree shows 30% of Americans say they've stolen something this year. That's up from 24% in 2024. About 90% of those who admitted to shoplifting cited affordability concerns and the broader economy as driving factors. CBS News Money Watch reporter Megan Cerullo has been looking into this and joins us now. Megan, this is really sad and concerning that more people are stealing, but what does it tell us about the shape of the overall economy and people's finances?
The fact that so many Americans are resorting to theft just to get by, to procure necessities, illustrates the financial strain that they're facing. And one driver of that is this war in Iran, which has pushed up gas and oil prices, leading to some retailers raising prices. And this is one example of how stretched thin some families feel.
Now, people may get a perception in their minds of who is doing this, but the research shows that it includes people who earn into the six figures. So who are these people? What are the demographics?
Surprisingly, among those Americans who admit to having shoplifted over the past year, many of them earn, like you said, $100,000. These are not just very...
When he said demographics, I'm thinking of demographics, whatever.
Very low income Americans.
I'm thinking of something else.
Who are having to steal necessities, they say, like food and non-alcoholic beverages, clothing.
But damn, look at that shit. 100 grand, you know damn well ain't no. Oh, and I paused the video at 1 minute 44 seconds. Whoop, there it is. All praise Yahweh Shem Shah, Dwadi Yahweh Shem Shah. You know damn well. No, there ain't that many Israelites making that much money. But Edomites should be making a lot of that money. 100 grand is 40%. Damn, there's more people that's making 100 grand or more stealing shit. Doing the most theft that any of these people, these poor ass people here, making that much money. Damn. The biggest thieves right here be these rich well, not say rich, but they making more money than these cats. Yeah, them salaries. But damn, that's a damn shame, bro. Man. Anyway.
Personal hygiene items. Younger Americans are more likely to steal than, say, baby boomers. But among...
Now, what about race? Going to race part. Who's stealing the most? We know who committed the most crimes. Edomites, so-called white people. Baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fuckers. Amalek. Shit, they the biggest criminals and war criminals in the world. And the war criminals keep passing out. They be passing out their generation of war crimes from generations. Damn right.
People with young kids, those folks report stealing toys and other things. So these aren't wish list items. These people aren't doing it for the thrill of stealing. They're not stealing.
They're doing it to survive. That's what they want to say. They're doing it to survive. Whatever.
To resell goods, they're doing it to procure these everyday necessities like food and clothing.
It's such a grim update, and the graphic there showed 40% of those folks earn more than 6 figures. And everybody knows committing a crime, stealing is a crime, it comes with risks. What are the tips experts are suggesting for people who are even considering doing something so dangerous?
It's not a good idea. Having a criminal record can make it harder to find a job, harder to find an apartment. Experts advise people to
A lot of people, they be stealing shit and then they'll try to sell it on eBay for whatever amount to make some money. And that's all. If it ain't food, it could be a TV or I don't know, a movie, CD or something. I don't know.
look at their budgets and prioritize essentials and consider today's prices when doing so. They're also public assistance.
Alright, anyway, this video's over with. Ah, man. What else we got? What is this? Woman who works 2 jobs faces food insecurity and price hikes. Alright, fuck, I'm gonna play this one. Hold on, let me see. What else I got next? Yeah, let me play this one next.
In today's Money Watch, we're tackling the tough choices facing many Americans who are struggling to put food on their table. So grocery prices are up nearly 32% since 2020. That includes double-digit gains for many staples. In the past year, coffee is up nearly 13%, fresh tomatoes more than 19%, and beef up about 12%. Usher Qureshi shows us how this is impacting families.
When I first started going there, the first time, I was ashamed. I was scared.
For 60-year-old Susan Webb, who helps support her husband, children, and grandchildren, 6 of whom live with her, this trip to her neighborhood food bank in Rockford, Illinois is essential.
It takes a lot to be able to tell someone, hey, I can't afford food. You feel like
it was early today. Drove past a food bank. It was a church food bank. I don't know what. It was. Yeah, I never seen it had a food bank. It was on it was today. It was a Saturday, yeah. And I forgot today. Boy, I've been losing track of days, bro. I'm thinking yesterday was a Friday. No, I'm thinking yesterday was Friday, was a Saturday, and today was a Friday, which is a Saturday today. I just don't give a fuck what day it is, really. I just be like, hey, man, it feel like it's a Sunday or a Saturday, but it ain't neither. It's a Monday. I don't know. I just don't care. I'm ready to get this shit over with. This motherfucker come to an end, bro, and bring the kingdom in. But I gotta be patient and wait.
failure. I'm not talking about the kind of hunger where you've skipped a couple of meals. I'm talking about the kind of hunger where you haven't had food for a week and you're wondering what you're gonna do.
Webb works 2 jobs, selling tickets at an
I think she an Israelite, man. She just looked like it. I think she an Israelite.
Entertainment venue and as the exit attendant at a nearby water park. She still relies on the food bank. Over the past 5 years, grocery prices have jumped 32%, making food affordability a top concern for many Americans. 1 in 10 adults reported relying on buy now, pay later loans to cover their groceries. And like many households across America, Webb has more mouths to feed than ever before.
My extended family has moved.
God damn. Them big fat fuckers, man. Especially the one behind him. Man, that nigga look like a giant.
Back in with us because they weren't able to afford their stuff. My daughter's rents went up. She couldn't afford it. She moved.
Now, I could be wrong. She might not be no Israelite. I don't know. I was just thinking she is.
In here with us.
What would happen to your monthly budget if you didn't have access to this food bank?
We just wouldn't eat. We don't have the ability to just go to the grocery store and spend $200-300, which is what it's costing nowadays.
Yeah, they got like a big chunky family.
No paycheck.
Except she ain't so chunky.
Still have to pay utilities, which have almost doubled. And
yeah, she chunky.
You know, when you're trying to decide, do I want to buy
wait a minute,
my husband's insulin, or should I just buy food? The insulin's gonna win.
She's not alone in her struggle.
Okay, there go the other one right here.
To feed her family.
We are now serving
some big old chunky ass kids she got, except for that one that's a little bit smaller.
over 570,000 people every month.
Yeah, them two that big ass male and the big ass female, they eat the most. Yeah, you might need to put them niggas on a special diet.
So we are higher than the peak of COVID.
At Northern Illinois Food Bank, CEO Julie Yurko says demand.
And of course, while they walking this nigga out, will walk with his gang sign showing.
Has never been higher. Millions of Americans lost SNAP benefits due to new requirements and funding cuts, also putting an additional strain on food banks.
What happened to your lines when SNAP benefits were cut?
We saw a huge uptick. Huge uptick. double-digit increase. We depend on the government to step into the gap just the way we are. We can't make up that difference.
It's also not a one-time visit. The food bank says nearly 30% of their neighbors are now coming 11 times a year or more, essentially monthly grocery runs.
What it tells me, though, is that families are living with chronic food insecurity and chronic financial insecurity.
Where would you be without this place?
Probably back on the street.
To locate a food bank near you, check out websites including Feeding America and Food Finder, or call 211 to connect to local food assistance programs. Apps like Too Good To Go and Flash Food connect users with restaurants and grocery stores that sell food at a discount. Imperfect Foods lets users buy perfectly good but slightly misshapen fruits and vegetables so they're not thrown out. For CBS Morning.
All right, whatever. Hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times, ain't no love to be found.
A celebrity-backed bar closing its doors in Portland. Is it just another sign that drinking is on the decline?
I don't know. Is the gin done?
Actor Ryan Reynolds backed Aviation American Gin Distillery, pouring its last drink. When it opened just 4 years ago, Reynolds said it would be...
Yo, I seen this shit. They had, damn. Now it's closing. I know I seen this shit before. I don't know if it was a topic about financial issues they're having, but it was on mainstream. Anyway, fuck it.
Disneyland for adults, complete with a tasting room and visitors.
Yeah, it was like something like this. Opening up a store, I guess, I don't know. And now them bitches are closed.
Other distillery tours keep their visitors behind glass, but at Aviation, we know that people truly learn by doing. I want to show you our packaging department.
Flash forward to now, its parent company, Diageo, that acquired
Goddamn catching weeds growing around the building.
Aviation in 2020 and kept Reynolds as the face of the brand, responding to our request for comment. After careful consideration, we have made the difficult decision to close, moving production to other facilities. Adding, this decision reflects evolving business needs as we continue to support growth ambitions for our Aviation American Gin brand. Diageo sales down almost 10% in North America in its latest quarterly earnings report compared to the same time last year. A rep for Ryan Reynolds said he relinquished operational control of the gin brand when he sold it to Diageo. It's not the only liquor label making cuts. Brown-Forman, the maker of Jack Daniels, cutting 12% of its staff last year, and beer maker Heineken slashing thousands of jobs, all as more and more Americans say they're leaving booze behind. Last year, only 54% of U.S. adults said they drink alcohol, falling more than 10 points since 2022, and the lowest number since Gallup started asking the question in
I guess the alcohol just ain't good enough to wash the blues away, and then the result in the cheap ass hard drugs, cause the alcohol just ain't doing it.
39.
Anybody under the age of 45 can't afford to drink.
The shift driven by Gen Z and millennials.
But they can somewhat get afford to get high. They goddamn snort or smell, sniff some glue or something. Man, shit, get somebody geeked up. They want to be that. I don't know, anyway.
Fewer of whom now drink than older age groups.
Nobody can afford anything.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Skip that shit.
Go to clubs no more is because
she's weird one, but at least this one has got to be a female. This nigga, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? This is Gen Z right here. What the fuck, motherfucker? You know what? I'm gonna play this shit.
Of whom now drink than older age groups.
Nobody can afford anything. Yet you want me to go to a bar and you want me to spend $36 on 2 cocktails?
What the fuck? What the fuck? This is one of the reasons why America is plaguing the shit out of this place, plaguing you people's pockets, making you lose your mind when you goddamn. All he needs is that fire, bro. All he needs is that fire for fucking niggas like that.
The reason we don't go to clubs no more is because everything's too expensive. The average price of a cocktail now above $13, according to a market research firm, Technomic. In places like New York City, it's even more. But for some, the shift away from drinking goes deeper than their pockets.
Alcohol is literally poison.
You know, it may be a shift towards wellness. You've got GLP-1s.
Well, back, let's say 100 years ago, I mean, alcohol, you get poison from the shit, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. It's motherfucking nasty as fuck, and it's tainted. Esau fucked up all this alcohol, except for his shit. His stash is superb because he want to drink the best. If all you peasants, y'all drink the worst. Fuck that shit.
which are playing a big role in how much people are consuming both food and alcohol.
Yeah, but it can be poisonous.
And you've got a little bit of a
I
shift
don't even drink anyway.
away from.
I mean, I got some cheap ass bourbon and what's it, 10 high or some shit, high 10, I can't remember. But I don't drink that shit. It's in the freezer.
Culture.
People seem to be moving away from the culture, but still craving the community, with buying drinks at bars on the rise, even as alcohol consumption falls. Experts say people are looking for options, whether it be swapping a Cosmo for cannabis, which has doubled in popularity.
Yeah, like I said, instead of alcohol, they're switching to drugs. But marijuana, that's expensive too, unless these people want to start growing their own. And I don't advise you to be smoking weed or tobacco. No. That's a no-no. You're defiling your temple. And they niggas, they be switching some cheap-ass hard drugs.
Over the past decade, as states
Yeah, they'll most likely be switching. Marijuana ain't enough. They gonna be switching to some cheap-ass hard drugs. Probably smoking it with the marijuana. Lacing it.
Legalize marijuana, or switching a mojito for a nojito.
The kind of most successful.
What the fuck is a mojito?
Model that you see is where there's a really good non-alcoholic cocktail list and a really good alcoholic cocktail.
What the fuck? Why don't you just drink some fucking water? Call it a day. Let's get to the next one. Shit. What is this? Is the U.S. economy? Blah blah blah. Oh no, I ain't gonna play none of that. I had enough of these videos. I don't want to keep playing this shit over and over again. What is this about? Nuclear options, Trump lunches, most. I guess I'll say that. What else I got next? Oh, I got all these other long videos to play.
Harbor.
I'm not gonna play all of it. All of them.
Great. Built for tool people.
Like me.
Where is the West, the U.S., Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, with energy right now?
I think it's a very good question, and my strong sense, this is intuitive with some analysis to support it, but my strong sense is that we're on the edge of a crisis. And the reason I say that is if you take, it's not 20 million barrels per day, and let's just stay with oil for the moment, not natural gas, but just taking oil, which is the critical resource for almost all of the others. If you take 20 million barrels of oil out of the Strait of Hormuz, in fact it's 13, then sooner or later that has to show up. Now what I was surprised with is how long it's taken. And of course, and when you start to see what's going on, you start to see what's happening. It takes, from the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, it takes about 2 months for the ships, which are traveling at 12 knots, which is about the same speed as a bicycle.
I ain't got time to hear this shit.
Okay, so we've got
1 hour in.
Got to talk about the money as basically the bond market is flashing red. This is the headline from Bloomberg today. U.S. 30-year yield raises alarm in longest run above 5% since 2007. So again, we're talking great financial crisis kind of stuff. It's not necessarily surprising, but the basic gist of it is too much deficit spending, spiraling costs of the war, inflation, right? All of these worries. And then who wants to buy U.S. debt when they keep signaling they're going to spend more? And again, this is deficit spending driving up our national debt.
We talk about the 18 service members who have lost their lives this year. But we need to start talking about our sacrifice, and we're going to have to make decisions about what is important to us. And I'm not saying that the Iran conflict is wrong, but we are in it. And we need to be in it to win it. But that also means sacrifice as a nation about what are we going to spend money on? Because there is no cutting. There is no right sizing of our budget. We can talk about the Department of War budget, which is running close. The budget request overall.
What is $1.5 trillion?
It's close to $1.5 trillion.
Oh, well, yeah, $1.5 trillion. I was right.
Up from under $1 trillion in the previous fiscal year, but then
and it's crazy because
but now that's what they want. They trying to convince the people we have to do it because, you know, what they always say. Short-term pain for long-term gain. Yeah.
Fox, and you know she's trying to have an honest conversation about this stuff, and she's got to be careful because that's her employer, and the employer is always beating the war drums. Republicans come on TV and say, "Oh, yeah, bomb everyone, and everyone hates us. We got to keep bombing." Right? That you get that stuff. But the real cost of this stuff, guys, it costs money, it costs lives, as you know, and now they're asking for more money. That's the Hague, Seth, and Kane. What was it? 1.5.
We need all this money. Don't worry about it. We gonna take care of you. We spend them. You got to make money. You got to spend. How they say it. In order to make money, you got to spend some money or something like that. It's like investing. In order to make your money back, you got to spend some of it. Shit. Anyway.
Trillion they want. We
I
have
don't know what the hell I'm saying.
they do funerals essentially. This is Trump on 4 service members who died, and you can see this like.
And most of them are Israelites. I don't know about this fella right here with the glasses, but most of them are Israelites. She a funny looking chick. But she's dead now. Yeah, she probably funny looking. Bet she being probably blown to bits and shit.
These are real people, and I know sometimes you get disconnected from this stuff, but these are real people that died.
Yeah.
Trump doesn't even bow his head. You can actually see it. Look at him.
Wow, what a nigger. What a fucking nigger. He's like, I ain't bowing to no niggers. No dead niggers. I ain't bowing to them.
On the far right, everyone else has got their head bowed. It's
Yeah, look at him.
it's insane. He doesn't
Yeah,
care.
he ain't bowing. He worrying about Amalek not releasing no damn pictures and video footage.
He's probably off
What an asshole. Fucking nigger.
thinking about his golf course and his reflecting pool,
Yeah, he worried about
etc.
his ballroom, his golf course, and his gold this, and his whores that, and all that shit.
And so, there's multiple facets you can talk about this. Again, loss of life, the enormous cost of money. And then Trump's even getting openly mocked at his own campaign rallies. You got to see this for yourself here. Look at the guy behind Trump.
Any time in the history of our country, and Americans are working today more so than ever before. We have more jobs today than we've ever had. This is with this skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran.
And I know it's funny and it's silly and whatever, you make fun of Trump, but this has some real world consequences. Effectively what you're looking at is this is the clown that is in him and his people are running the show right now, running the circus basically, and it's running everything into the ground. And that's why even on Fox News they're trying to have a serious conversation about it.
Lord set up the right guy to do so.
Okay, we have to get our party.
I mean, all the others were right too, but he's the best. He's the best and probably the last one to fuck up and tear America to pieces financially.
Straight, and I guess they're preparing their audience to make sacrifices, right? Send all our money to the Middle East. Let's go defend who, right? These kind of things. And
but don't worry, you're gonna make the money back. Well, not you Americans are, but the people that invest their money for shit. And all these niggas are doing. Check this out. All they doing is printing money. Where's the debt coming from? Really, they tell you the debt. Nigga, they just printing money just to print it. That's all these niggas are doing, just printing money continuously. And eventually this shit they gonna have to let it crash and then switch over to digital. Because people are stupid. They don't realize, they look at how much these motherfuckers printing money. Who they owe money to? I always be like, they just printing this shit and people just go by, okay, this monopoly money, they just keep printing, it's worth something. That's what people think. Anyway.
I want to show you this
and
too.
I'm like, dead. Really? Yeah, that's... Anyway. I ain't gonna get into that, but I'm just saying, the money they print ain't... They just keep constantly printing this shit. It ain't... Anyway.
She even brings up the 30-year. Again, it's trading over
let's get to the next video. If you want to watch the rest of it, they go to title, they go to channel. I don't want to go in a little... a rant or whatever about the money they printing constantly.
A reset is a disruption. It's a
Now,
monetary.
with all the shit, yeah, it's gonna lead to a reset. It's a disruption.
Disruption. We don't truly know where that's going to go. Everything will be affected by a monetary reset. It can come in stages, or it can just be one overnight
Yeah, it's gonna lead to that.
situation.
And when the monetary reset requires you to get a chip implant.
Outcome of a kind of dystopian digital future could be much closer than what we're being led to believe. If we look back at 2020, we saw a global shutdown in
Yep, scanning the forehead, but that was for your temperature.
90 days. That was just a test. It really was. It was a test. How is that even legal? Right? How is that even legal? The government and the banking institutions are going to get theirs. And they're going to make it seem like there's a problem. They're going to wait for our reaction. And then they're going to present the solution. What kinds of questions should...
I don't know how she say that.
Like there's a problem. They're going to wait for our reaction. And then they're going to present the solution.
Problem, reaction, solution. And the solution going to be the chip implant, the mark of the beast. The RFID microchip implant. The one goes in your right hand or your left hand or your feet or your butt cheeks or your titty, big titty, small titty. If you got man boobs, it go in there too. If you weird like that, but ultimately they want it in your brain, in your forehead, the brain chip.
What what kinds of questions should people be asking who have debt? Let's say a mortgage, because a lot of people who watch are homeowners, right?
Yeah, so the questions they should be asking themselves is, what did I sign?
Okay.
They make it confusing when it comes to all these different financial contracts, because at the end of the day, they do so for themselves and not for you and me. But they make it seem like it's to our benefit. They change the rules to make it look like they're helping us, but they're kicking the can down the road.
Okay, I'll go.
I ain't gonna play no more. If you want to watch the rest of the video, be my guest. They go to title of, they go to channel. Yeah, they about to crash this bitch. Go back.
They took the trees, our fruit trees, and then sold us back the fruit. They took the water next, the rivers, the rain, the springs that fed civilizations for thousands of years.
I shouldn't even, well, nah, this ain't the right video to play. I'm sorry. I want to play this on something else. Well, yeah, I will, because, you know, actually, I'm gonna throw this over here. I'm gonna let this video play. I'm gonna put this somewhere else. Where I'm gonna put it? I'll put it right here.
They took the water, bottled it, and sold it back to us. They took the land that existed long before any human being drew lines around it, and told you that if you wanted to stand on it, you better have a payment plan. Am I the only one this drives crazy? Everything you need to survive, water, food, shelter, was already here. Nobody created it, but somehow you were born owing for it. And why does a free life sound like such a crazy idea? Why does simply existing without debt, without bills, without permission, why does that sound like a fantasy? Who the hell convinced us?
Yup. And let me read this. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. In a day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, be the financial system, or the people that are keeping the financial system running, from the banks to the... What are you doing? Hold on. The financial system, the stocks and shit, is pretty much crumbling. It's trembling. It's dying. And the Lord gonna kill it. And it's gonna be dead. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. And those that look out the windows be dark. And the future of America is gonna be... It's dark. It's gonna be dark. And hell, the rest of the world gonna be dark too. And the doors in the streets shall be shut in the streets. Big business, small business be closed up. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, by the alarm clock, or the actual birds chirping early in the morning, early bird getting the worm, or the rooster going cock-a-doodle-doo. And all the dogs' music shall be brought low. Music suck like everything else does. So the best thing you need to do is seek Yahweh Shema Shah by seeking his prophets, and take heed what to say, and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing their truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah, keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong, Yahweh Shema Shah, and stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong, Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order, Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.